Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is my love affair with time. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, so if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will give you the most recent information. And I will have to say that I noticed that this particular blog post today is about the Mayan calendar, really out of date. However, when I come to the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. My love affair with time. I will be very sad on 12/21/2012 when the Mayans say that time ends because I have a special affinity with time. I enjoy waking up early. When I was about 8, I read in an Enid Blyton book a technique for waking up at a precise time by dropping your head back onto your pillow 6 times if you wanted to wake up at 6, or 7 if you wanted to wake up at 7. I no longer have to do that as I innately wake up on time, or I have some fantastic time conscious guides who wake me. I enjoy getting to appointments and meetings on time. When I moved to Seattle 31 years ago, I always used to get to places 20 minutes early. Everyone there seemed to be 20 minutes late. After moving to an island near Seattle, where everyone is on island time, it took me 10 years to slow down enough to just show up on time, and another 10 years to be comfortable with being within 5 minutes of the appointed time. As a coach, a reader, and an energy worker, I learned that amazing breakthroughs and transformations can come in 30 or 60 minutes. The parameters of time allow infinite possibilities to happen. As a business owner, solopreneur, I've discovered that operating with time clarity leads to abundance. Spacing out, being vague, getting entangled with time wasters are signs of poverty consciousness. Even giving too much time away, such as getting overloaded with volunteer work rather than income-producing actions, can lead to under-earning. Yet as a consciousness worker, I also know that time is expandable and contractible. There are techniques you can use to get places faster, like to dissolve traffic jams. And you can send your parallel self out to get things done so that when you get around to doing it in body, it completes more quickly since you've already done it on an energy level. As my mother progresses with Alzheimer's, the ability to get anywhere on time goes out the window. In order to get her to her adult day center by 10 a.m., I have to start getting her up by 8 a.m. Any doctor's appointments, I have to factor in bathroom time, 15 to 30 minutes at home, and 15 minutes after we arrive. I have to stay in the present moment with her and also know that we're in the final months. We just had our last Mother's Day. We're coming up to her last birthday. The blessing of Alzheimer's is that she doesn't remember she has cancer and she doesn't realize that she's on hospice. Since she doesn't know she has a time limit imposed by doctors, perhaps she'll keep going beyond her time limit. Maybe we'll reach December 21st and all this time stuff will dissipate and she can live timelessly. And I will have to release my attachment to time, allowing an expansion into infiniteness. Wow, I didn't know that's where this was going. We all survived 12/21/2012. It was the Mayan calendar ending like a 7,000-year cycle. We just shifted to a new cycle, and it was all part of this evolution of consciousness that we're going through. I just think different civilizations had different ways of describing it. But this thing about navigating through reality and through time and space and being really precise about time. And then when you have a parameter of time, it's amazing how much can get done, how much information that you can put out in a very short session, for instance, is a reflection of greater consciousness coming into form. And reality is becoming more malleable so that you can expand and contract time. This reality really is a hologram, and as consciousness, we've created the hologram. But in the hologram, as body personalities, we feel the constrictions and the constructs of it. With this consciousness evolution, though, greater consciousness is coming into form, and that's where we both operate within the definitions of physical reality and have the ability to operate outside the box as well. And the last thing I'll just say is that my mother actually lived until January of 2013, so she was on hospice for a full year, maybe 13 months. And she is living timelessly now because that's what happens when we leave the bodies. We're in the expansiveness of love, timelessness, and spacelessness. So how I'll reflect this to you and what's going on in your life, you might find if you really are on the leading edge of a huge consciousness transformation, that things get a little wacky in terms of time and space. I've experienced this recently where things just fall into place. And just on Monday, I was driving my brother to a doctor's appointment which normally would have taken me a good half an hour, 45 minutes, and I was there in 15. And it normally would have taken us another half an hour to try to find a parking space in the heart of Queens, and one opened up right in front of us. So I find that when I am in alignment with consciousness, things really do fall into place and unfold naturally and pretty rapidly as well. So notice if that's going on for you, or if you're hitting a lot of resistance, whether it's your internal resistance or external resistance, then it can take you a really long time to make changes or get places because there's a lot of effort going on. And this isn't about trying to do away with the constructs of reality, because the whole reason that we're here is to enjoy the fun of this incredible playground Earth and experience the reality of time and space. So if you have anything to say about this video, please leave a comment below. I love to read your comments. And if you like this video, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And also click like, follow, or subscribe. And that way the algorithm knows to share this far and wide and with more people who really need to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of your life and how to navigate it as consciousness. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you can learn energy techniques to completely change your external reality. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about what's coming up in your future, questions about your job or your relationships, your finances. I can also talk to deceased loved ones, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to know how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.